For decades, the console wars have been defined by raw power, a relentless arms race between PlayStation and Xbox. But what if the next battle isn't just about who has the biggest guns, but who has the smartest strategy? We are on the cusp of a new generation in gaming, and the whispers, or rather, the leaks, about the PlayStation 6 and the next-gen Xbox are growing louder. For years, we have seen one console often pulling ahead with a clear spec advantage. But this time, things are looking surprisingly even. It feels less like a knockout punch and more like a tactical chess match. Let us dive into what these highly anticipated leaks from sources like Moore's Law is Dead are telling us. When you look at the fundamental architecture, both consoles are embracing the chiplet design, a modern approach that allows for greater flexibility and efficiency. Think of it like building with Legos instead of one giant, monolithic block. Now let us talk about the brains of these beasts, the CPUs. The PlayStation 6 is reportedly coming with 8 Zen 6 cores. That is a solid, powerful foundation. The next-gen Xbox, however, takes a slightly different approach. It is said to feature a total of 11 CPU cores, 3 standard Zen 6 cores, complemented by 8 Zen 6C cores. You might wonder, what is the C for? These C cores are smaller, more power-efficient variants, a bit like the efficiency cores you see in some modern smartphone chips or laptops. While they add to the total core count, they do not quite match the raw horsepower of a full Zen 6 core. This choice for Xbox suggests a balance between raw performance and potentially other device form factors down the line. It is a strategic move, not just a numbers game. But where the Xbox truly seems to be leaning in, and where it potentially pulls ahead, is on the graphics side, the GPU. We are looking at RDNA 5 architecture for both, which is the bleeding edge. PlayStation 6 is projected to pack in around 40 to 48 compute units. That is a significant leap from current consoles. But the next-gen Xbox? Leaks suggest it is aiming for a whopping 68 compute units. Think of compute units as the individual artists in a massive rendering studio. The more artists you have, the more detail and complexity they can render simultaneously, and the faster they can do it. With 68 CUs, the Xbox is effectively bringing a much larger creative team to the table compared to the PS6 40 to 48. This really means the Xbox could have a noticeable advantage in handling graphically intensive tasks, pushing out more frames per second, or enabling higher resolutions with ease. Both consoles are embracing GDDR7 DRAM, which is fantastic. It means incredibly fast memory bandwidth for both. The Xbox does appear to have a slightly wider memory bus at 192-bit compared to the PS6 160 or 192-bit, which could offer a minor edge in how quickly data flows to and from the GPU. Both will also reportedly feature 24 gigabytes of total system memory. That is like having a truly massive digital canvas to paint on for game developers. The total power draw for the PS6 is estimated around 160 watts, which gives us a good idea of its thermal demands. Information for the Xbox in that specific area remains a bit more under wraps. Here is where the strategic chess match really becomes clear. The leaks suggest the PS6 is being designed with power efficiency and cost constraints firmly in mind. It is built to be a pure gaming powerhouse, streamlined and optimized. The next-gen Xbox, however, seems to have a broader vision. Its modular design, with CPU and GPU on separate dies, points to a console that can adapt to multiple devices. This aligns perfectly with Microsoft's long-term strategy to extend their gaming ecosystem beyond the traditional console box. It hints at potential future integration with things like cloud gaming units, or even handheld devices, much like AMD's Strix Halo chipsets, which also use a similar modular, multi-application approach. This is not just about making a faster console. It is about building a versatile platform. So, on paper, if these leaks hold true, the Xbox appears to gain a lead in raw GPU horsepower, which is a major factor for cutting-edge visuals. But the PS6's more streamlined CPU design and focus on efficiency could mean a different kind of optimization. It is not a blowout, but rather a nuanced difference in design philosophy. Ultimately, these are just leaks, and things can certainly change before launch. But what these early insights reveal is fascinating. The next console generation might not simply be about who throws the most teraflops at you. It is about strategic design choices, future ecosystem plays, and how these hardware decisions will shape the games we play and how we play them. Which approach resonates more with you? Are you betting on raw GPU power or a console built with a wider, more adaptable future in mind? We would love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to our podcast for more deep dives into the world of tech.